Good morning, guys. How's it going? Top of the morning to you. Getting close to Christmas, and one of my old black buddies called me, Steve-O, I need that Christmas coon. I said, yeah, well, you still owe me $15 for the last one, last season. I got you, bro. I got you, bro. I said, all right. I said, I got you something good today now. And he said, I want him. I said, all right. So we're going to match up this afternoon. But what I wanted to show you real quick, guys, was this, give you a little update on my Venom therapy. See that knuckle there? You can still see little spots there where those stingers were stuck in there. But all the pain's gone out of that knuckle. I did 2 rounds, about 8 stings per round, and it's been quite a few days now since. And that knuckle's working good. This thing here is lightening up, where I got that all stung, and that's lightening up and going away. It was a harder callus thing there. It's going away. So yeah, that bee venom works, guys. I've been doing it for, oh God, probably 30 years or more. I've been doing the venom therapy. I did my knee. Miss Daisy had me doing a project. I forgot what it was. Something with the flooring. Anyway, don't matter. I put my right knee down on the floor. My other leg was cocked up, and I was doing something. I forget what it was. Anyway, it don't matter. I said, man, I got up and that knee was throbbing. This went on for like a month. And so just yesterday, I went out to my pollen feeder. I didn't have my syrup bottle up there, but I had my pollen feeder, and I started to snatch. I put like 8 stings in this kneecap here, and it got really hot before I went to bed. And this morning is fine, and the knee's feeling good. There was maybe some internal arthritis in that knee, but it's gone now. It's moving fine. And so if it acts up again, I'll hit it again. But anyway, it's getting close to Christmas time. To clean your face off, you had a little smudge on. Getting close to Christmas time, and what do we have here? I don't think he's having a good day, guys. But this probably makes I quit counting, guys. I quit counting. This swamp here. I'm at the high end of this swamp. It goes down, the cypress head goes down across the Star Trail and goes on into Bear Creek. Bear Creek runs east and west, and it goes way out to the east. This way, it drains west and goes down and hits the Gulf of Mexico. But there's that corridor, that Bear Creek corridor runs through there, and the critters just keep coming. I stopped counting coons when I hit 350 coons, and I'm well past that. So 350 of these guys have come to me. What's a shame is that the hides aren't worth, because thanks to the bunny huggers, fur, like Florida fur, and this guy's in prime shape. He'd make a nice fur on him. But yeah, they've shut down the fur industry pretty bad, hitting it hard, and which was totally ridiculous. All this wildlife, you just don't hammer on it until there's no more. It's all renewable resources, just like harvesting trees. I mean, it's no different. People can't get this concept through their flipping head, but anyway. Yeah, they just can't get through their skull that hunting is okay, harvesting animals okay, eating meat is okay. Matter of fact, eating meat is what we're supposed to be doing. Yeah. The Indians once said a name for a bad hunter is vegetarian, okay? So keep that in mind. If you're a bad hunter, we may call you a vegetarian. Anyway, my neighbor, Hippie John over, was teasing me. He said, Steve, you've been on these hunts and you don't come in with nothing. And I may have to call you, start calling you vegetarian. I said, I texted him back and I said, me good hunter. Me just hunting in bad lands. That's what I told him. And he came back with a laugh out loud. Anyway. Yeah, we'll get this guy processed. I'll show you my skinning rig over here. Here's my old 22. This is my, I've taken out more game. I got that gun right there, guys, when I was 14 years old. And I've had this thing, and this is my old coon hunting gun in Michigan. I took one year to Detroit. Had this, I didn't take him, my hillbilly friend did. He was going there, and I come to find out he was a cocaine runner too, back in the day. This is back in the early 70s. Me and my old red bone, and my old black and tan baller, and Johnny had old Ben, and then he had another red tick hound named Lady, which I owned once, and I gave it to her because she was a flippin' idiot. Anyway, Johnny loved that dog. He ended up with her. She couldn't tree a coon. It was ridiculous. Anyway, between those three hounds, oh, I had another little red bone too. I named Chopper. He couldn't tree. Well, he would tree because he was sitting next to Red treeing, but old Red. But he was a kill dog. He could jump in there. His ears looked like fingers. He was shredded. His whole ears were shredded. He didn't care. And the thing I hated about old Chopper was he loved killing skunks. And I had a little dog clip on the top of the box. When he came in, I had some gloves, some old nasty gloves, because you could smell them. Old Johnny would say, well, dummy, Chopper killed another one. And you could smell the whole woods loaded with skunk spray. And he'd come back in, and the other hounds would look at him like, get away, dog. And so I'd grab old Chopper and put him on top of that box and clip that clip to where he couldn't move. He sat on top. He air dried all the way back to the house. Yeah. But yeah, we took out 98 coon that season in Michigan, and the old hillbilly, one of the old hillbilly friends we had there, he hauled them all to Detroit. I think we got $5 a piece. We got $5 a piece for the carcasses and $3.50 for the hides of that year. Unbelievable. I had some good memories back in those days. But anyway, that's my old 22. It's taken out a cajillion of them. Here's my skinning knife. Here's a homemade knife I made. This thing is a razor blade, buddy. That happens to be a Dexter knife. A big old bowed out Dexter knife that I used to flesh hogs with back when I was doing taxidermy. And I took and I cut it down, snapped it off, cut it down, and made it for like a wood carving knife. And then I made a strop. I made a strop for that thing. And I don't have hardly any hair on my arms because I've been testing it for sharpness. And that thing is like a razor blade. I mean, that's a nice little knife right there. But anyway, I'm going to show you my skinning rig here. Yeah, okay guys, here's my skinning apparatus here. And what I did here, took some vice grips and I cut a piece of 3/4 galvanized pipe in half with a hacksaw. And then I went down to my buddy and he welded it up for me to where it clamps down. And you can adjust it. And you hang them by the back foot here off of this. I just use strings. I got some number 30 here, make a loop, put the string in here, and put the back feet in, right? Put the back feet in here, and I open them up the tail, come around, and as I pull the skin off the legs, I snap this in, like here. Then I can take this boat crank and lower this down to where I see I put an angle in here. You've got this strut rod, strut material. I just sunk a 4x4 in the ground, and then I bolted it through with these 1/2-inch bolts through, It makes it a nice sturdy rig. And then I put a piece of 1/2-inch rod in here so it keeps it sturdy. And I put it into that and bottom. And then I just clamp it, the fur that I pulled down off the back legs down, I clamp it in there. After I roll this down, uncrank this, and this whole thing comes down. And then all I got to do is start cranking, and it strips the hide completely off of that critter. You can do it like I've done pigs on this thing. I've done deer on this thing too, and it works great. You just rip the hide right off of them. So yeah, that's thought to show you my skinning rig. We'll get this old boy processed here. Ought to put that rooster on a skinning rig too. Isn't he annoying? All right, guys. I hope you guys have a Merry Christmas. Because me and old Greg, old black man Greg, he's going to be happy with this now. Yeah. That's a Christmas coon. I'll see you guys on the next one. Be happy, be strong, but we got to keep getting her on. See ya. Okay, guys, I couldn't leave you without showing you this picture here. This is I lived on Old Lamb Road in Mason, Michigan. And this old shack, I used to live in this shack. Yeah, and here's old Steve-O back. He's 20 years old here. And he's got his hound. He's got his hound, Old Red. There's Baller. There's Ben. There's Lady. There's little Johnny. He used to hang out with us. And there's Johnny. That's Bobby. That's Bobby. And this is Johnny. Yep, that's back in about 19... This photo was about... This is about 1970, I think. Yeah, about 1970. Old Red had a... The reason I got Old Red was... I got him from a hillbilly that took those coon to Detroit. He was always wheeling and dealing in coon hounds, and the reason I got Red was I'd gone through about 15 hounds before I got Red. None of them were worth a darn. So the hillbilly said, you can have this hound because the only reason I'm going to sell this hound is he fights at the tree. So all these other dogs were, they cowered down to Old Red, because when Red hit the tree, that was his tree, and any other hound come in close, he would growl and snap at him, and if they tried to approach the tree, he would attack them. So that was not favorable for coon hounds, but I didn't care. This hound right here loved me, and this hound would do anything to tree me coon. Let me tell you something. Red and I and these 4 hounds and Johnny and Bobby, we got 98 that one year, that one fall. Here's just one little evening hunt. Got a mom and 2 kits hanging there on the shed. So there I am back in the day. A lot of great memories, guys. Pretty cool stuff. See ya.